What's going on, guys? I am up here at one of my favorite, reasonably easy to get, somewhat secluded places in Colorado. Not even going to say where I'm at because I like it too much, but I am in Colorado, hiked up a ridge, and we're going to do a little look at the favorite rifle that I own. That is the Springfield M1A SOCOM 2. Here you see the Springfield M1A SOCOM 2. This rifle was introduced in 2005 at SHOT Show. It's basically just a SOCOM 1 with an added rail system on there. So a lot of guys were buying the SOCOM 1 and putting the rail on there, so Springfield went out and put the rail on there and just named it the SOCOM 2. So it's basically the same thing. This rifle is designed for CQB, close quarters combat, and that is why it is so short. The barrel length is only 16.25 inches long, so it's really short compared to a standard M14 or a standard M1. So as you can see, here's a standard M14 next to the SOCOM 2, and you can see that the barrel length is significantly shorter on this, and that is for the CQB purposes. It's meant for room clearing. It's meant for short to medium range targets that are, possibly have body armor or something like that. This is a military rifle with a fly on it. But that is what it's intended for. The compensator it's heavier on the end because of the forend, so it's very front heavy. And some people's complaint about the SOCOM 2 is that because it is so front heavy, even without optics or lights or forends or whatever you want to put on this, which you can, it is very heavy in the front. So some people have trouble acquiring their targets with multiple targets because they can't swing the front of the rifle fast enough. But because it is heavy in the front with the battle style compensator on the front, there's very little kick, even though you're shooting a 7.62 NATO or a 308 Winchester out of this rifle. Now, as I said, the CQB designed rifle has a 16.25 inch barrel. That is a 1 in 11 right hand twist, 6 groove rifling. The overall weapon weight is between 10.5 and 10.5 pounds is roughly what it is. Some measurements, people are saying 10 pounds 9 ounces, other ones say 10 pounds 5 ounces, but it's right about 10.5 pounds. It doesn't necessarily matter an ounce or two, but it's fairly heavy, and most of that weight is coming in the rails. The overall weapon length from the buttstock to the compensator is 37.25 inches long, and this, just like all other M1 M14s, is a gas operated, air cooled, and has a rotating bolt design, which is just excellent. They've used it for a very long time in the military. Our snipers are still using these, and that is because it is an excellent and proven weapon. The SOCOM 2 is a semi-auto only. That means every time you pull, as long as there's a round in the magazine or in the chamber, it will go off. You cannot make these into automatic legally. But the trigger pull is anywhere from 5 to 6 pounds, so considering it is a military grade weapon, it is reasonably light, similar to an AR platform. The magazine style is a box magazine, as you see here. They come in different sizes, 5, 10, 20 rounds. This right here is a 20 round. This is a Checkmate Industries magazine, and they're very good. My suggestion is that you do not buy a magazine for this rifle, or any M1, M14 that is, unless it is a Checkmate or a Springfield magazine. All the other ones, you can get cheaper ones, but you're going to get some malfunctions with them. But the Checkmate and the Springfields, they work really well. So don't skimp out on the magazines. They're not super cheap. It's not as cheap as an AR, but if you're getting malfunctions in this, you're going to want to look at your ammo, or you're going to want to look at your magazines, because it's not the gun. The gun is very good. When you get yourself a sweet SOCOM 2, the sights you're looking at, the rear ones are very similar to an M14 or other M1As. Windage and elevation controls there with one MOA clicks. The advantage with the SOCOM 2 is your front sight is a night sight. It is a tritium front sight post. So if you're in low light or less than low light conditions, you're going to be able to see your front sight through this, through your peep sight, so it's very nice. Finally, there's 3 variations of the SOCOM 2 that you can buy. This one, as you see here, is all black. You can get one that is just like this, except it has an extended top rail, meant for more variations in optics. And you can also get this with a different stock, and that's a tiger stripe, kind of urban white and black gray tiger stripe here, which is kind of neat. But they're the 3 available. There's a lot of things you can do to this aftermarket as far as parts to make it more match grade style, but overall, when you're looking at a Springfield M1A SOCOM 2, you're getting a whole lot of rifle for your dollar. It is not a cheap rifle by any means, but you're getting a lot more firepower out of this, and a lot more accuracy, and just an overall quality rifle. I highly recommend the SOCOM 2.